Get that high pony ready, because here's how you sing like Ariana Grande in 3 simple steps. Step 1, we're going to sing in our falsetto or head voice, and then we're going to swallow it and place it in the back of our throat. For instance, this, huh, should sound like this, huh. Step number 2, we're going to try to minimize our consonants. They're going to come out because that's how we speak, but it's best to try to avoid them. For instance, ain't got no tears left to cry should sound like this. Ain't no tears left to cry. And last but definitely not least is to take your favorite riff, preferably with notes going up, and to end it with a pulse and kind of throw your voice up there. For instance, oh yeah! And that's how you sing like Ariana Grande. Get out the baggy tees, y'all, because here's how you sing like Billie Eilish in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is we're going to sing in our head voice, and we're going to make it breathy and whispery. We're not going to place it forward in the mask, and we're not going to swallow it. We're going to keep it right where it is and try to keep our mouth closed the entire time we're singing to create that direct sound she has. For instance, What Is It About Them should sound like this. What is it about them? Step 2, which I kind of did, is you're going to choose a note to slide down on and maybe scoop up a little bit. So using the same phrase, what is it about them? And last step is you're going to add a fluttery little vibrato to the end of notes, kind of like the whimpering sound you make after you cry. I've made that sound at least twice a day for the past 6 weeks. So putting it all together, it should sound like this. What is it about them? I must be missing something. Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding. And that's how you sing like Billie Eilish. Another video? Good Lord. Today we're doing Lorde. I tried to make myself look paler. I love melodrama, one of my favorite albums ever. Step 1, we're going to place our voice in the back of the throat and try to add this little grogginess to it. It sounds like this. I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. Step 2 is we're going to choose a couple consonants and vowels in each phrase to really over-enunciate and accentuate. There are 3 distinct vowels she does. The classic indie vowel, which is making O, ow. She takes an aw and makes it ool. And then she takes an E and really accentuates the eh. It sounds like this. And I'm not proud of my address. Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. Send the cool out, send the cool out, send the cool out. Final step is to take a lyric at the end of a phrase and just speak it on rhythm. It sounds like this. They'll hang us in the Louvre, down the back, but who cares, still Louvre. Today we are doing Celine, heaven help me. Celine is literally everything. Step 1, she has a very forward placement, but it doesn't sit here in the mask, it's right here, and she kind of chews on her words a little bit, so very forward. She has a breathy head voice and a beautiful belt. It sounds like this. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. Step 2 is that little riff I did. Celine does a lot of variation of 3-note riffs, and at the end of phrases, she scoops up sometimes. It all sounds like this. There were days when the sun was so cruel. The final step is her vibrato. It's very quick, usually comes in at the end of words, but sometimes when she's belting high, it's the whole word. So choose what you will, it all sounds like this. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and training my whole life for this moment. Also, I look terrible, and this video is going to be more general because it's about a genre, not a specific artist, so it won't apply to everyone, but take it as you will. Step 1, over-enunciate every word and make everything you say really intense because that's what our emotions are. I don't want to waste my time, be another casualty of society. Step 2 is you're going to either have 0 vibrato or you're going to have a lot in random places. They both sound like this. The best part of tonight's that we're not fighting. Oh, well imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor. Final step is to choose a lyric to speak really intensely but still on pitch. It sounds like this. I'm in the business of misery, let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, it's ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before we all run out. Isn't it ironic for another video featuring Alanis? I love her. Step 1 is her placement is very forward and in her nasal passage, and it's very wide. It sounds like this. It's like rain on your wedding day. Step 2 are her vowels. She takes her A, E, and I vowels and draws them out and kind of scoops into them. It sounds like this. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left. Final step is the little scoop up yodel kind of flip that she does. She starts in her chest, down here, and goes up to her head. You. And when it's in the song, it sounds like this. You ought to know. Last thing I want to say is these videos are just impressions. I break them down into 3 steps based on the 3 unique things I like about the singer's voice in case you want to try. But every voice and tone is different, so you may have to adjust, and that is okay, because these videos are just for fun. Impressions take time and practice, and that's okay. Just have fun. Today we are doing the woman that literally means so much to me. We want a very forward and open placement with this. Judy had a beautiful, effortless voice, and this was classic Golden Age Hollywood, so it wasn't really nasally, no pop influences, and not much straight tone. We want her vibrato. It sounds like this. Somewhere over the rainbow. Step 2, which I kind of did, is the little crescendo or swell into some vowels and notes. Judy does it a lot, and it was done in the time period. It sounds like this. Somewhere over the rainbow. Final step, which is my favorite thing Judy does, is this little riff down or trickle of notes when she goes from one word to the next. It's a beautiful transition, and it sounds like this. Someday soon we all will be together, should the fates allow. And that's Judy. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Another video. This was a big request, so I figured I'd do it. Step 1, she has a very nasal and forward placement, and then she adds a little bit of vocal fry to her singing. That should never hurt you. Please don't hurt yourselves. Anyways, it sounds like this. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? Step 2, which I kind of did, is she adds an emphasis on certain words, specifically words with 2 syllables, like baby. It sounds like this. Oh, baby, baby. Another example. My loneliness is killing me. Final step is to have a nice, airy, breathy head voice. It sounds very different from the chest than what I did previously. It sounds like this. Of the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. And the last bonus step is to be an icon. Thanks for watching. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Instagram voted. Today is Adele. I love Adele. Adele is from London, and her accent plays a lot into how she sings, specifically her vowels. It sounds like this. I met this guy and it changed my life. Bad accent, but it's long and forward. That's the placement we want. I heard that you're settled down. Step 2 is Adele holds out a lot of the vowels and kind of grows or builds and crescendos into them, and it sounds like this. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. Sometimes it hurts instead. Final step is Adele does a lot of 3-note riffs or variations of that riff at the end of phrases or words. Sounds like this. Don't forget me, I beg, I remembered you said, the scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. She's back with another video and still no makeup on. There have been a lot of suggestions, a few for Maggie Rogers, and I love her so much that I wanted to do it. I will get to the other suggestions. Quickly, her placement is kind of in the back of the throat and very open, but she still pushes it forward and doesn't say a lot of consonants. Sounds like this. Would you believe me now if I told you I was caught up in a wave? Step 2 is she does a lot of flips and scoops up from her chest to her head voice, and it sounds like this. I could see the change coming, saw him on TV. Final step is to not chest belt everything, is to sing a lot of things in your mix. All together, it sounds like this.
You keep reaching out, then I'll keep coming back. And if you're gone for good, then I'm okay with that. If you leave the light on, then I'll leave the light on.
Happy Sunday. Today we are doing Halsey. I love Halsey and love her vibe. Step 1 is we want to push all of our air forward through this nasal passage, and we don't want to sing too wide or too long. She has a powerful but direct sound. It sounds like this.
Tell me how's it feel, sitting up there, feeling so high but too far away to hold me.
Step 2 is to flip to your head voice very quickly at the end of phrases. Halsey does this a lot. It sounds like this.
Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop.
Final step is to fall off of notes at the end of phrases. A lot of pop artists do it. It's a stylistic choice. All together, it sounds like this.
Everything is blue, his pills, his scents, his jeans, and now I'm covered in the color, pull apart at the seams, and it's blue, and it's blue.
What up, y'all? Today is Amy. I love Amy Winehouse, R.I.P. She had these beautiful, dark, rich tones that were gorgeous, but it wasn't really flighty and pretty. So when we sing, we want it to sound low. So for me, I'm placing it low in the back of my throat, don't hurt yourself, and I'm gonna sing a little harsh and attack some of the words. Sounds like this.
They tried to make me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no.
Step 2 is she had some pretty wide vowels and sometimes would scoop into them. Sounds like this.
I ain't got the time, and if my daddy thinks I'm fine.
Final step, which I just did, is she sometimes slides up at the end of a phrase, or she adds a nice little vibrato. It sounds like this.
My odds are stacked, I go back to black.
And that's Amy Winehouse. Hope you liked it. If you have requests, you can comment them, and let me know if you liked this video. Today is Regina. I love Regina Spektor, so I'm really excited. She has a very forward and open placement, but it's not bright and nasally. She also is Russian, and her accent plays a lot into how she sings. It all sounds like this.
You are my Swedish downfall. I loved you first. I loved you first.
Step 2 is her vowels. They're forward and narrow, but not nasally and bright. It comes from her accent, and it sounds like this.
Beneath the sheets of paper lies my truth. They're just old light.
Final step is Regina sings in a very percussive way, whether it's actual percussive notes or the way she enunciates her consonants. Sounds like this.
We're living in a den of thieves, and it's contagious, and it's contagious, and it's contagious.